Howdy folks, welcome back to 50 Nautical Mile Arc. We are still in the Galapagos Islands today. In the previous video, we flew here all the way from Ecuador in the 727. And now we're going to do a few videos where we tour the islands a little bit. And then we'll complete the tour by flying back to Ecuador. I just haven't figured out how we're going to fly back yet. But otherwise, we are where we left off. We're at Baltra. And we're going to fly to the northwest and tour some of the island peaks. And then we're going to come down and land, we're at Puerto Villamil, something like that, on the Isabela Island in the Galapagos. I have a hard time saying that, islands. So that's our trip for today. We're going to be completely visual, so we will use the VFR map built into the sim, and then we'll just point to an NDB to get towards the airport, and then land completely visually. We are in the Twin Otter. We seem to be flying this a lot. But it's a very versatile airplane, so that's probably why we fly it so much. And I just love it. So I think that's all there's to be said. I'm just touring the area here, see if there's anything to look at. I don't see any tortoises or anything, but I do see a towered airport. And real world weather is turned on, which is why it's so gloomy. But I raised the clouds to 6,000 feet so we could fly under them. The clouds are at ground level in real life right now. It's all fogged in right now. We won't be able to do anything. But I wanted to keep the weather on. But I also want to see the island. So I just raised the clouds, kept everything else the same. The wind is from 240 degrees. So whichever runway we use, we have a perfect 90-degree crosswind. So we'll just use runway 14 since it's closest. But otherwise, I think if I had to go look around, let's hop closer in here and get this thing ready to go. I already have external power turned on. I already have some of the seats turned on. The baggage doors are open. So let's get started here. First of all, we need to set the parking brake, which I think is on this one is right here. And it is. There's the parking brake. Now we'll do fuel and payload. You click on the little black box. And weight and balance. All right, so here we go. This is a sightseeing flight, so it's going to be full. So we got to put these people in, but it's probably going to tip backwards because I didn't put a lot of fuel in the front. And we're starting to tip. We're going to tip. We don't even have any cargo when we're starting to tip. So let's get some fuel. My fuel is still cranked up in the front because it has to be. It would be nice to balance the fuel out more, but we'll tip backwards, see? So we got to put more fuel in the front. And we need some luggage, some emergency supplies. There we go. So let's close that one up. Let me do it from over here. What is going to be next? Oh, I'm going to get this thing started up already. All right, so we remove the control lock, which is this little knobby here. And the battery, where's the battery? Move this down to battery, it should go off and go on again. DC master will come on. And we can remove the GPU. Let's see, we can hop outside for that, but we got to hop in and out. So let's just do that like there. All right, actually, let's keep this down in the corner because we're going to need it again in a moment. All right, let's get some lighting turned on, anti-collision and position lighting. Strobe as well. Where's the strobe? There it is, over there. And that would mean that on is up for that. Some of these are on when you start the plane again, after ever since some update in the sim. Whoa, delay there. Okay, I like playing with that because you can. All right, emergency lights to on. Arm, not on. Oh yeah, this is the up to go down one. I think I remember that by now. All right, let's hop down here. Actually, let's close this. We're not, you can use that for a while. Let's hop down here, turn on the GPS already is. Turn on the other radios, like so. All right, we'll just keep that on standby. We're not going to use it. So what are we going to do? Flight plan, not terribly complicated. We are going to get rid of this. Here's our flight out here, I think. So let's clear, nope, menu, there we go. Delete flight plan, yep. And let's just put in, no. Let me pop this out, it's way easier. Let's back up. There we go. This is the big one. There we go. Let's put in our destination. Sierra Echo Indigo Indigo. Whoa. See, I'm used to the scroll wheel version. So let's try this again. Sierra Echo Indigo Indigo. There we go. General Villamil. Yeah, that's what I said. Isabela, General Villamil, Puerto Villamil. Villamil? Is it? It's Spanish, or it's Spanish, right? Villamil. It's not Villamil. Villamil would be terrible English applied to it. Should be Villamil, I think. Anyway, Isabela Island. I can't remember how to say island in Spanish. Isabela Island, whatever. All right, I'm trying my best. All right, Let's see, what is after that? Flight plan. So that's going to be our flight plan. We can put in direct. Whoop, there's such a delay. What is going on? We'll put in direct, but we're not going there yet. So we'll just keep it like that. We're not going there yet. We're actually going to put in an NDB, which I didn't actually turn on. And we want it to be ADF. And we want it to be, I guess we could do this in there, but let's do it now. 246. So let's get 246 in there. So we'll go down to 2, over to 4 and down, and over to 6 and up. There we go. I practiced a little bit just to make sure I actually had that. So yes, use arrows to go over, and then up and down, arrows to go up and down. Super easy. It's not quite scroll wheel, or does do scroll wheel. Nope, does do scroll wheel, but it's super easy to click. So the click spots are easy to find on that one. Sometimes we have problems finding click spots on knobs, but that one is great. So 246, we'll use that when we need to. We already pushed ADF. There we go. So that's our flight plan, or what there is of it, not much. It's going to be visual. So again, we'll use the map here as our like iPad on our lap. So we're just going to go out, fly around some of these islands, probably come out like this and come back, and then land right here. So it's going to be a simple flight. Probably going to take longer than I think. So we'll see how it actually ends up. So anyway, flight plan, radios, instruments, yes, barometer. I just had that map up. I should have kept it up. And let's click on the airport. That's me. I'm going to click on the airport. There we go. What is it? Oh, okay, so it's more winds than it said a minute ago. Must have updated. 2988. So we'll move this thing over. We're going to zoom in first. 298, 246. 8 must be that one right there. And then we'll do test the caution lights. I can't remember my preset, so we're just going to do it like this. Test, come here, where are you? Test, come down here, we'll use this one, everything is on as it should be, and we'll make it bright since it's daylight outside. Close the doors now, so first of all we have to pull out our special book, and then we'll hop outside, and spin around. I keep setting my preset to this view, but it always goes to the other side, so I don't know what's going on with that. Close the baggage doors like so. And then we'll hop in and we'll close the passenger door if we can find the click spot. There it is. Simple enough. And then we'll hop up to the pilot door as soon as that closes. Nice and slow. And we'll close the pilot door just like that. And I think that means we're ready to get these started. And we are. So let's, is it this one? That's close enough. Fuel boost. If it's a long enough flight, I'm going to have to keep an eye on the fuel. And I'll have to move this fuel selector to both forward, because of that unbalanced fuel thing. Because if I balance the fuel and put people in the back, we tip back on the tail, which I've demonstrated many times. So that's just the way it works, I guess. Fuel levels forward, throttles a quarter, both engine and igniters, like so. And flick left to start the left engine. And if I did everything right, we should have engine start up here. And everything's spinning around, and we do. Let's hop back up here and do the right side. Alright, our T5 is spinning up, and it should spin back and settle in to the actual temperature. Just like when you start your car, your gauges will go all the way to the right and back. It's kind of like a calibration test, sort of. Alright, I guess we could hop outside too and have a look. Although we already know everything's running, we can see it and hear it on the gauges. Alright, let's see. Both engine igniters can come off now. We're also going to bring the throttles back and see if it stalls. I don't have anything in my notes to keep the throttles back after you've started. It says keep them up a quarter, but let's bring them back and see what happens. Alright, repeat for engine. What am I doing here? Generators. Generators are over, that's right. Okay, so they reset first. We had a problem with this before, of them not resetting. So let's try reset first. Give it a second, come back to on. And good. It worked. Nice. I'm impressed. Alright, air bleeds to on. Over here, engine igniters are already off. Temperature and climate. Let's warm up a little bit. It's a cool morning. And let's go to manual because we can. Where's manual? Does it go up to manual? Oh yeah, it does. It's just I'm at a weird angle. Okay. And we'll do manual warm. There we go. De-icer, sure. It's always fun to play with this stuff. Slow, that's already up. Good. Good. Pitot heat should be right in the middle. There it is. Make sure all warnings and cautions are out, and they are. Taxi lights come on. We are going to have a very short taxi. Alrighty, and that is it till I get to the end of the runway. So, props forward. And we are going to taxi out of here. Where's my taxi preset? Man, all my buttons are having a huge delay today. Alright, that's it. We're just going to taxi out of here. Simple as that. I think. Where are we going to go? There we go. We are on our way. Let's start getting flaps down. We'll do flaps 10. Why not? It's a strong wind, so I don't want too many flaps if I don't need them. And we have a very long runway, so we don't have to worry about STOL. We'll just get out of here. Bring my props back to taxi a little bit. I'm just going to change the sound. It's just hard to get going in this one. So here we are about ready to turn on to the runway. And then we have a few more things we need to set up before we take off. A few more things to check. Runway 14, like I said, is going to be 90-degree crosswind regardless of runway. So we don't have much of a choice. I think it will blow us quite a bit when we try to take off. Well, there's a windsock. It's nice to see the windsocks moving and things. Of course, they always have, but I only recently started paying attention. So here we go. Runway 14 will come up here and we'll stop a second, hop inside. Ooh, that was rough. Rough stopping. Set the parking brake. I've mentioned many times before, too, that some aircraft, the normal braking doesn't even stop the plane. Sometimes, like this one, you launch forward. It just depends. The first thing we're going to do is put props forward. We're going to hop outside and test our reversers. So the reason why we have to test the reversers, if you haven't been following other videos, is because sometimes reversers work fine. So when we land, we use reversers, we stop quickly. Other times, reversers pop a wheelie. So we'll land, engage reversers, and the front lifts right up, and we slide on our tail. And then you let go, do it again, and they work. So it's very strange. So we're going to try it. So I have my throttles at idle, props forward, fuels forward, let go of the parking brake, and test reversers. And they're working. They're working. Great. Okay. So we are going to take advantage of that. So let's see here. Flaps 10. And they are. I think I can see from here too. No, I can't. Flaps 10 and they are. General entrance lighting can turn off now because your eyes have to be adjusted in case there's an issue and you have to get out of the airplane. You don't want your eyes to be adjusting for bright light. Taxi lights can come off. Landing lights will flip to on. And start the clock, which is over here, to log our time. And props forward, they already are. And we're ready to go. Takeoff speed 65 to 70 knots. And brakes after takeoff to stop the wheels. And then engage IES on autopilot if I want to use autopilot. So here we go. Parking brake is off. And throttles are going forward. I'm not going to spool up or anything with the brakes on. We don't need to. Let's straighten ourselves out after a reverser test here. And we are really going to the right, even though the wind is coming from the right. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, there's 75. Let's pull up now. I do feel the wind. Oh yeah. Oh, there's lots of wind. Oh, I was trying to make gear come up there. Gear's fixed. So gear up. Just kidding. It's welded in place. Flaps can come up though. And here we go. We are heading kind of south-ish. So we're going to actually make a leg to the left. And we will have a look around here in a moment. So we'll probably keep landing lights on the whole time just because it's cloudy and there's other airplane traffic in the area. Look at that crosswind. Wow. That's amazing. Check that out. This is a great view though. Let's take a screenshot of that right away. And let's try to stay below the clouds if we can. But otherwise, we want to turn all the way around to the left, which is kind of doing for us anyway. And we want to check out the islands, which are going to be back that way that we can't see yet. So there we go. I'm going to make a U-turn and get us over the water, I think. But we're going to do it from the inside. Alright, so we're just going to climb manually. I think we're going to do this whole flight. Well, we'll fly out to the islands manually. We might use autopilot towards the airport once we've seen what we want to see. But anyway, this is looking good. Let's see what the passengers have to see. Kind of nice out there's clouds around. I think that's kind of cool. Alright, let's pull up our iPad here and see where we're going. If I can keep us under control without stalling. There we go. Yeah, we're just going to head to the left. Look at some of these island peaks or volcano peaks. So it's going to be a longer flight than I realized probably, but that's what it's going to be. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's have one more look at the islands. And then I'll check back with you once we have something interesting to see. Alright, we are going to use autopilot because I'm having a hard time controlling this in the wind while I sightsee. Sometimes it works out okay where I can sightsee and fly by hand, but not when there's wind. So to do this, I'm going to come down to 4,000 feet. I'm just going to use Alt directly on the autopilot instead of setting up Alt up here, just because I haven't done it this way in a really long time. So we're going to try to come down. Actually, you know what? Since we're at 4,500, we're below the clouds. Let's just do 4,500. So when it gets there, I'm going to just simply push Alt. So let's wait a minute here. And we're almost there. Just about. And 4,500. That'll keep us there. And then we'll use the heading bug, which is here. And now we're completely on autopilot. Altitude is held at 45. And heading bug is held at wherever I set it. Let's move it to 30 just to have a nice even 30. Then we'll fly closer to land too. So that's all there's for autopilot. We could set up Alt Alert and use this Alt. I didn't need to. We could set up IS to climb at a certain speed. I didn't care. I did all that by hand. We're not following the GPS at all. We're just going to, I think that's funny that's going down. Anyway, we are going to use that as a guide later. Is our NDB... Oh, it does pick up NDB. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Anyway. Are we coming down? No, we're level. It looks like we're coming down. Anyway, so that is that. We're going to keep landing lights on. We're just below the cloud base. Looks really ominous, but that's kind of the point. And we're going to look at some islands here. Once they come into view, we have a ways to go. So there's our main island. That's where we took off right behind us. That looks pretty awesome, though. Screenshot that as well. So there's an island there. And, oh, we might have to come down if we're going to get into the clouds. Otherwise, there is our next island. And then beyond that are the biggies, the 3 big peaks. So this island you're looking at here is obviously this one right here. And then I'm heading towards this big peak. And then we'll kind of come down probably between these islands, I'm thinking. And then towards the airport. And like I said, there's an NDB there we'll use to get us towards it. But it'll be a completely visual landing. So that's the plan. See it all on the map there. Like I said, it's probably going to take me a lot longer than I realized, but that's fine. That seems to be the way things have been going lately. But otherwise, it's looking good. So it's just basically going to be a bunch of sightseeing. I'll cut in every once in a while to comment on something maybe, but otherwise it's just a bunch of sightseeing today. That's the entire purpose of this trip, is sightseeing. So I'll catch you when I have something to say. Alright, we have land ahead. We can see the islands in front of us and behind us. Which I wasn't sure if that was going to be possible, but we can. So there, right in front of us is the very tall mountain peak or volcano peak, and then there's the second one there in the middle, and then the third one is right above the far wing. And then behind us is the island we were just passing during sightseeing. It's already getting kind of far away. And then behind that island is where we took off. So we've made quite a bit of time already, and I want to see, what has it been? It's been 21 minutes, and we've already made quite a bit of time. So I was going to use the heading bug to see if we can go between. Well, no. Shoot, I got to reset that. Hit the wrong one. Hey, come back. I can't see. Come back here. See, it's going backwards. I go right and it goes left. Okay, fine. There we go. Make everybody a little bit sick. Alright, so before we were really interrupted by technology, I was going to say I want to aim between these mountains. I don't know if we're high enough to get between them, though. If you look at that, terrain between them is kind of tall. So we're going to see what happens. It doesn't give us the terrain on the map. It just gives you colors. So we're going to aim right here for the green. It's light green here, but notice it gets a little darker. So it's going to get kind of tall. I think we should be fine, though. That's what we're going to do. Anyway, we just went around this island here. So we're just going to cut through and come back down, just like I said. So I just wanted to point that out so you know where we are. Otherwise, if I just make cuts and sightseeing, you know, like, you wouldn't know where I cut to or came from. So I just wanted to point out that we're headed towards the tall peaks. Then we're going to turn left, and I'll catch you in probably another 20 minutes or so. Alright, it's only been 3 minutes, but I came down here and noticed that our fuel is getting low on our aft tank. So I'm going to move this to both forward. Nope. Go the other way. How do I get it to go forward? There we go. With the mouse wheel. Now we have both fuel on the forward tank. Because we couldn't put much in the back, or else we tip over. So that takes care of that, and I'll leave a little bit of reserve in case something happens. But otherwise, we're both forward now, and we are going to adjust a little bit to get past this mountain. And we want to go that way. Sometimes going to the left goes left, sometimes going to the left goes right. Don't quite understand. A little bit more here. Oh my gosh, and it hunts every time. See, now it's going left to go left. See? Look at that. I just mentioned that and it just happened. So every time I click, it does something different. Can't quite figure it out. Anyway, let's get everybody sick again, because this thing just swerves back and forth to find that heading bug. And I'll catch you in 20 minutes again, but my 20 minutes, not yours. See you in a moment. Alright, so we made it through between the tallest peaks there. So let's see if we can get this autopilot, or this heading bug, to cooperate so we can turn left. So if I move left, it's going left this time. Strange. So who knows what we'll do next time, but let's kind of get through here. Again, we are flying completely visually, so I'm not relying on any instruments or anything yet. Although we are using autopilot just to make sightseeing easier. And man, it just really is difficult to get this heading bug to work the way I want it to, because we'll go see. Oh, it went right then left, even though I went left in one continuous motion. Let's keep going a little bit. I don't want to make people too sick, but we got to turn here. Come on, see, keep moving. There we go. Keep moving. It's working a little bit. If I go slowly, it seems to be a little bit smoother here. Let's go a little bit more. I think that'll get us through, no problem. Otherwise, this mesh is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm very impressed with how this looks, and the views are all nice. Everything we look at looks great. So that was just a little quick update, show you the map briefly. So whoops, I just bumped something with my mouse, and I gotta figure out what I did. Anyway, so we made our turn, and then we're just gonna come down now. And as soon as we pick up our NDB, which isn't right because it should, no, that's right, it is picking up the NDB already from this far out. Nice. So we're just gonna pretty much VFR through here and then graze this mountain. I was going to go between these two, but it's going to look exactly the same as what we just did. So we're just going to graze this mountain on this side so we get the open land, and then we'll just point towards the NDB and we'll land. So I may break in with more commentary, I may not. Otherwise, I'll see you when it's time to come down and figure out which runway we're going to land on, depending on the weather at that moment. See you in a bit. Alright, I see land ahead, and that land is where we're landing. So that mountain on the right is the last mountain we're going to look at. Then this is the open field area to the left that I talked about. So we'll look at our map here and see what I'm talking about. Now, I did already, during sightseeing, adjust our heading bug a little bit, so we're pointing at the NDB. Let's get rid of that. Oh, yeah, the second one doesn't work, I think, if I remember. The designer said the second thing doesn't work, so I can't even like tuck it away. Anyway, we're pointing at the NDB. Well, we're going a little bit left on the NDB, but that's because there's a mountain in front of us. So that's where we're heading next. We're going to stay at this altitude, I think, for a while. What I should do, though... Wow, these clouds are getting lower. Interesting. Must keep updating and then bring the clouds back down again. Let's see. Let's get the barometer at our destination here. We got 2.9 or 8.8. I think that's what we already have. Okay, so that's not going to change. What are the runway options? 17 and 35. The wind, I think... Oh, now the wind is from the opposite direction. Well, at our altitude, when we come down, it might flip around again. But no matter what, if it's from the east or from the west, it's going to be a 90-degree crosswind again. So we'll just land straight in on runway 14 again. Same runway we took, or 17. Same direction we took off from the other airports. Now it's just a matter of fine-tuning The NDB, however, I am VFR technically, but the NDB is just for fun. So we'll use heading buggy around this mountain. Might have to go a little bit to the left. And we'll come down towards NDB. If we come down southerly enough, we should be able to just go straight into the runway without making much of any changes at all. It should just bring us right there. So I think what I'm going to do, once we get close to the mountain, is we'll come out a little bit like this. And then we'll use NDB at like 170 degrees or so. Bring this in with the runway. It's going to happen pretty quickly. Although it has been 45-minute flight time already, just about. Our fuel tanks are working nicely. It looks like we're going to have enough fuel. Well, no, because we're 3/4 of the way done, so we'll have just enough fuel. Well, as landing lights are already on, let's get around this mountain. Like so. Anyway, approach checklist, we're not really much. Decision height doesn't matter. Barometer's already set. Landing lights are already on. Approach at 100 knots, land at 75 knots. That's it. Super easy. Not much else to talk about except getting around this mountain. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll come down to about 3,000 feet pretty soon, probably. And then we'll make a nosedive. Because we're not going to go around the airport. So I'll decide that in a minute off camera. And I'll tell you what the plan is once we get ready to approach this thing. But a little bit more sightseeing before that. See in about 10 minutes my time. Alright, our NDB is pointing at almost 170 degrees, so we're going to start heading towards the NDB now, which will put us like right about there on the heading bug. Let's see if that lines up. Haven't started coming down yet though. We're going to need to soon because we're getting closer. Otherwise, I just want to get us lined up so that we're pointing right towards that NDB at about 170 degrees or so. We're just shy, looks like about 168 maybe, which is fine. That should mean then that the runway is directly in front of us. There it is, just as planned. We're a little bit to the right of it yet. But otherwise, it's all lit up and ready to go. We'll break hands-free in a moment here. Let's do a little bit more sightseeing, and then we'll start coming down. Alright, I know that was the shortest sightseeing ever, but we're going to come down now. I killed autopilot, I think. Did that? Yeah, disengage. Okay, I didn't hear it disengage. We're going to start coming down. Props are forward, throttles are coming back, and gusts of wind are taking us. Let's bring throttles all the way back and come down. Oh my goodness, the wind is not that strong, but it's enough to really make this thing difficult. We are a bit high. We can all sightseeing. But that's fine. We're going to make do with what we got. I think airport or runway altitude is 35 feet, I think. Let's see here. There you can see the path we took to, by the way, which is exactly as I had planned. Let's click on the airport. It is 35 feet above sea level. So, we have to come down a lot. We have to come down 3,463 feet or something, 65 feet. So long ways to go. I might actually end up circling. I might end up going over the airfield and going around. We'll see. Quite a ways out yet, though. So we're farther away than it looks. It's just with the water and the island and this big hill and everything. It looks like it's very close, but we actually have a ways to go. So we should be okay, I think. Yeah, we'll be fine. We want to keep our speed up, though. However, if I slow down horizontally, it does give us more time at the same descent rate to descent. So our slow speed is going to work in favor here. It'll take us longer to get there, but it'll work in our favor. Introducing a little bit more throttle now. And yeah, we'll be fine. We're going to come in just fine because we're already down to 2,000 feet. It's a steep descent, but it's okay. It's not completely unrealistic or anything. It's still okay. But again, versatile aircraft working out in our favor. A little more throttle here because we're slowing down as well. We have to control this a little better. Good. All right, a few more looks around while I try to land manually. Nope, I take that back. We're not going to have a few more looks around because it's too difficult to land by hand with wind. Yeah, see, that's pretty steep, but not entirely unrealistic either. We're just coming down. There we go. Anyway, that's enough looking around. Let's land the plane. We all know what happens. See, now we're blown to the left because looking around. Our speed is okay, though. But we're going to approach 100 knots in a moment. In fact, this is probably close enough to consider an approach final here. So let's bring this down to 100 knots if we can. We want to touch down at 75 with 30-degree flaps. However, because it's so windy, I think I'm only going to touch down with 10 flaps, which means we're going to increase our speed of touchdown to about 80, and we'll rely on those reversers. Now remember, we tested the reversers, and we did reverse. So if I pop a wheelie, it's not my fault. We did test them and they worked. Get a little bit more speed going in there. And let's do first set of flaps, or 10 flaps. I think we're going to keep that at 10 like I said. Now, crosswind landing. Oh my gosh. My yoke is all the way to the right and I'm going left. What's the deal? This wind is insane. So wind is clearly from the right. So if I want to try to do a crosswind landing, I'll do right wing down with left rudder. Right main will touch down. My yoke is all the way to the right. What the heck? So right wing down, left rudder. Right main will touch down, and we'll have a firm touchdown. You do not want to grease the crosswind landing. What the heck is going on? My yoke is all the way to the right, and I'm going left. Very difficult. Weird. Very strange. You know, we're going to do 20 flaps. I can slow down. All those can make it harder to control, but that's okay. Let's see, we're coming in kind of steep, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, what is... My yoke is only to the right. I cannot get over there. Now it's behaving a little bit. Alrighty. Oh, this is horrible. This wind. This is insane. So we want to get right down. I'm trying to get my right wing down. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Right wing down. Left rudder. Left rudder. Oh. That was awkward. We're going to go around. This is crazy. Flaps up. Weird. My yoke was all the way to the right. Now it's straight. And we're going left. Weird. I'm really trying to get this under control. Alright, runway should pop in any second here. And it's interesting too because I was able to hold 1,000 feet during all that. So, okay, so here we go. So clearly it feels like the wind is coming from the right. If we hop out here and we look, if the nose is to the right, that's where the wind is coming from. See? Insane crosswind from the right. Look at this crosswind because you can see. Okay, so I'm going to the right as hard as I can. It's a little better. Nope, it's not better. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, let's see what we can do. I'm going to try to do an actual crosswind landing. I'm going to try. Well, I'm just going to try to put it down at this point. So here we go. Alright. Alright, right wing down, whoop, no. Let's try again. We're getting kind of slow. Right wing down, left rudder, firm to stay. No. God, what happened? It's almost like it's getting sucked down, but it normally doesn't. Okay, this wind is so strong. I have no control over this thing. Let's see if we can do this. We're just going to come down, shallow. Shallow. Bring back throttles. Left wing down, right rudder. In a second. Left wing, right rudder. Firm touchdown. And we got pushed up. There, see? That's strange. Let's, come on. Yeah, let's just stall. Oh my gosh. I have no control again. Sims is doing whatever I want. Come left. Left. It's not going left. I have no control. Probably because they're stalling. Anyway, come. What is this? What is this? This is bizarre. This is... Oh, see, okay. Reversers. We did a wheelie. This is reversers. See, I told you that was going to happen. Reverses pop a wheelie sometimes. See? Look. Really bizarre. I don't understand. So we have two weird things in this. The way it behaved. And then if I do reversers, it pops wheelies. See? But when we tested reversers, it was fine, remember? We tested reversers, it was fine. But now it's not. Oh well, let's... I can't do anything. Can I taxi? Can I turn around? Well, at least let me taxi to the hangar so we can meet the ambulances. Please. Come on. Let's see here. I think it's going to let us do it. At least we can taxi. I just don't understand. Very weird. Anyway, let's taxi back to parking. Oh, no control. That's not me. I can't go left. I can't go left. I'm trying to go left. Come on. Right, left. There we go. This is super weird. Alright, so we're trying to taxi here, but we're all over the place. I had my rudder all the way left, but it turned right, and then all of a sudden it started going right and left, and now it's going left. Now it's working. Let's just stop here and quit while we're ahead. Let's set that parking brake. Goodness gracious. Let's stop the clock. So we're looking at an hour and 8 minutes or so, because it starts over after an hour. Close enough. I didn't even bother with taxi lights. Turn those landing lights off. Let's check our shutdown checklist here. Parking brake set, taxi lights off already. We're props to feather. GPS and radios can turn off. And does that turn off on this one? Yeah, it doesn't turn off anymore. Are we moving? Look at this. We just tipped over. I didn't do anything except turn off my radio and we just tipped over. I don't get it. Oh, because we burned a lot of fuel in the front, probably. That's another strange thing. I'll show you that in a second. So, let's turn the fuel cutoff off. Let's turn off fuel boost. Put that back in the middle. Anti-collision and position off. Seatbelt sign can come off now. Although I recommend people don't get out right now. We'll hook up the GPU. Where's my black book from here? And we'll open the doors. And we'll come up here and go to external power. There we go. Generators can come off as well. Right? Yeah, all the way up for that. And bleed air can come off. Anti-ice can come off. And DC master can come off. So let me show you something here. We're tipping backwards because if you do weight and balance, there's more fuel in the back. Whoops. Or there's less fuel in the front, I should say. So in order to level this off, we have to put fuel in the front and see how we're coming down. See outside. That's just so strange to me that you have to do this because we have all these people. If we take out all the people in the back, then we're fine, right? But if we want a full load and barely any cargo, we have to fill up the front tank. I don't know if that's how that's supposed to work. I really don't. I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't you balance your tanks? Whatever. Anyway, that's all we need to do here. Let's pop this open. Let's hop out here and pop the door open. Welcome to wherever we are. Isabela Island. Have fun playing with the tortoises. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you are a regular subscriber, thank you for your continuing support of the channel. And I'll catch you next time.